Welcome to Schueys BBQ, where you'll learn the tips and tricks to master your grill. Today, I'm going to be making some pulled pork burgers. So, let's get into it. Alright, today I'm going to be smoking a pork collar to make our pulled pork burgers. And I've sourced a Murray Valley pork collar, and to prep this for our smoke today, I'm going to just trim off all the hard outer bits of fat and any sinew I might see. These just aren't going to render down in our cook. Also trim off any dags of meat because they'll just dry up and overcook, so they'll be useless. Then I'll be just giving this one an injection, 50-50 mix of pineapple and apple juice, just to add a little bit of extra depth of flavour to the meat. And then I'm going to give it a fairly heavy coating of 4 Monkeys pork rub. Once it's on, just pat it into the skin, don't rub it because it will tend to clump and you'll get this uneven coverage all over it. And just going to let it sit for probably about an hour, and you'll notice that the pork can actually take quite a heavy coating because it actually will sweat a bit, and you'll see it'll turn into look like a glaze on the outside of the pork, and that's what we want. Alright, today I've got a lot on and I don't have time to babysit a long cook. Okay, so I'm actually going to utilise the CyberQ from BBQ Guru today. It's just going to allow me to not worry about the cook. It's going to let me know at each stage when I need to wrap the meat, take it off and all that. So I can just get everything else done and not worry about it. Okay, I don't have to be hovering around my smoker all day long. Okay, so I'm going to start with setting up the WSM. I'm going to use some black pearl charcoal. Yep, and I'm going to be using some cherry and applewood. These paired together with pork is just a beautiful flavour. So I'll be using 2 chunks of each of these, and then I'll be putting about 3/4 of a lit chimney on top because I want to run this cook a little bit hotter than I normally would, and then I'll be putting in a JG barbecue deflector plate, chuck the cooking grill on. I'll put the ambient temp probe from the BBQ Guru on. And I'm just loving this little alligator clip that clips on. It just makes it so much easier. I'll put the lid on, and all I have to do now is connect up the CyberQ and wait for the WSM to get up to temp. The WSM is up to temp. The BBQ Guru CyberQ has got it to the 150 degrees Celsius that I want it, and just keeping it nice and stable. I just want to give the cooking grate a bit of a clean off, and then I'm going to put the pork collar in the centre of the cooking grate, and I'll insert the meat thermometer into the middle. I've set the CyberQ to give me a warning once the temperature hits at 71 degrees Celsius, which is roughly going to take about 2 hours. By then the bark should have formed and it'll be time just to wrap it in foil to do the second part of the cook. As I said, I've got a few things to do today, so by using the CyberQ from BBQ Guru, it's going to allow me that time to get out and about and get these few things done without hovering around the smoker. So imagine that, you just go out during the day, get all the things that you'd normally not have time for because you're sort of hovering around your smoker, checking the temps, making sure it's running good. The CyberQ is just going to give me a notification on my phone and tell me, hey, we're at that next stage, or your cook is ready. So I've set it so it'll let me know when it hits 71 degrees Celsius internally, and then I'll know it's time to come back and wrap it in foil, 2 layers with a little bit of pineapple and apple juice, and wrap it up until the internal temp reaches that 90 degrees Celsius, which is what I'm sort of looking for, and then we can rest it. Alright, for those of you playing at home, today's cook has taken about 4 hours. That's with the initial 2 hours, getting it up to 71 degrees Celsius, then a wrap in the foil and getting it up to 90 degrees Celsius before it was time to come off for a rest. Or, if you like using my beer timer, you're looking at about 8 beers. And however many you want for the rest. Cheers. Alright, the CyberQ's just gone off and told me that the pork collar's at 90 degrees Celsius, so it's time to check it. Now we do want to go until it's probing like butter, and it's around that 90 degrees Celsius when it should be. So we'll just use my instant read thermometer because it's got a metal probe. I'll just give it a probe all around. And then if it is good, then what we're going to do is open up that foil, let that steam out. We don't want it steaming away. Make sure that it's wrapped back up tightly in the foil. Wrap it up in a towel. We're then going to put it in an esky, and we'll put a towel down the bottom, the wrapped up pork collar on top of that, another towel on top, close it up, and we're going to rest it for at least an hour. I generally like to take it to about 2, but at least an hour. And just make sure they are old towels. The last thing I need you to do is your wives all contacted me and saying, hey, you told my hubby or my boyfriend to ruin the towels. I'm not telling you to do that. Get old towels. Alright, the pork collar's been resting for about 2 hours now. So it's time for it to come out. Now we're going to unwrap it, and we need to really be careful we don't lose any of these juices. And I can already smell what we've created. That is absolutely awesome. So again, we just need to pull all this apart, removing any of the hard fat that didn't render down or any sinew, and putting it aside. And throughout the pulled pork, once we've pulled it all apart, we want to add a little bit more of the 4 Monkeys rub that we used at the start. And we also want to use a good quality barbecue sauce. I'm using some Blues Hogs today. So just mix that up, give it a good mix, and once you've mixed all that up, it is now burger making time. So what I've brought today is some brioche buns. So you just need to slice them in half, nice and even. Put the bottom one down, put some slaw on top of that. I've used apple and beetroot slaw that I made. And then I'm going to use some of our pulled pork on top of that. And then we're going to drizzle that with some of the Blues Hogs barbecue sauce and bun on top. How good does that look? That sweet smoky smell coming off these is absolutely incredible. I am salivating. And what an easy cook. That CyberQ, plug it in. I got so much done today. Made it such a breeze. I can smell the Blues Hog, I can smell the 4 Monkeys, I can smell that apple and that cherry wood coming off this, and that slaw that I made. I'll actually put in the description the recipe for that, but I think I have to dig in. I have to dig into this. I don't want to wait any longer. I mean, seriously, like, if you could just smell. The camera girl, she wants one. Like, no, you have to wait. So, I keep the goal with that. Seriously, what an easy cook. That CyberQ's become a part of my arsenal now. Anyway guys, as always, if you did like my video, please give me the thumbs up. Best thing you can do for yourself, we all know, hit that subscribe button and the bell notification. That bell notification is going to let you know when I upload a new video. So, once again, thanks for jumping on board. See you next week. Today, hi, welcome to Schueys BBQ, where you, it's too high pitched. No, almost stopped. Almost started again. So I'm going to be... Alright, today I'm going to be smoking a pork collar. So, fly.
Caught him.
Fly. I need chopsticks, like Mr. Miyagi. Yeah, alright, let's go. It's been 2 hours now and my neighbours are still mowing their lawn. All up, the cook's gone for 4 hours. The rest is about 2 hours. I don't know what this twit next door is doing with his whippersnapper, but he seems to be chasing a beetle around the backyard. For 6 hours he's been on and off this thing.